are here with Leigh McMillan, trimmer on Team INEOS Britannia, today trimming on the port side of boat A. Leigh, to begin with, 3 boats have already declared the 2 months time to put their new AC40s on the water. Is Team INEOS planning to do it anytime soon?
To be honest, I don't really know when we're planning to do it. It's, you know, the other teams announcing theirs has, you know, been interesting. Good to see all the timelines. Yeah, and just have to wait and see. It won't be too long, I'm sure, but I'm not up to date on the full details.
Then we're talking out today, first part of the day, with very shifty offshore winds, very patchy, very unstable. You were sailing with the LEQ12 jib today, the J2 at the beginning of the day. Can you tell us a little bit which are the differences?
I mean, they're very subtle, to be honest. They're obviously the same, you know, kind of targeting the same wind range as the One Design J2. Yeah, they're just very subtle differences, like that you kind of notice when you're trimming, but like not huge differences between the two.
For those kind of conditions in which you have to spend a lot of time looking out of the boat, do you prefer any of the 2 jibs in particular?
No, and it's early days, and today wasn't really, you know, a good day for testing that. It was so shifty, and the breeze was, you know, obviously establishing itself, and when it did, it was straight out of range. So, you know, it was a day of just a lot of trimming and a lot of, you know, mode changing. Yeah, so it's really difficult to get a true picture of how it's performing.
Do you consider you have already gathered enough data for the sales designer to validate their models?
I mean, I think we've still got more to do just to fully establish it. We obviously kind of, you know, tweak it a little bit and kind of and play around with it as well, and make sure we learn everything as possible. It's not just kind of a, you know, set and forget, as it were. You're trying to kind of learn, you know, all of the corners of all the jibs to see how well they go through the range and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's plenty more to be done.
Then moving into the second part of the day, when we had stronger winds, both boats sailing with the One Design J3s, and when boat handling and maneuver becomes a lot more important. Could you please describe which is the step-by-step process you follow whenever you're going to roll into a jibe?
Into a jibe?
Yeah.
As a trimmer, like, well, it depends if you're trimming into the jibe. It's just trying to keep the heel right so that you get the board nicely into the water and transitioning the load onto that board, and then basically you hand the trim over to the opposite side and go straight into your jib trim so you get a good landing position for the jib on the exit for the other side of the jibe. So, and then in reverse, when you're landing, you're just looking to pick up the traveller and seeing where it's got to into the manoeuvre, and transitioning it to a good land position for the conditions, and making sure that you get a good kind of stable roll control on the exit of the jibe.
Which do you consider the most important action you have in your hands in order to prevent ventilation and nose diving with this one?
Not getting too low at heel so you don't lose the rudder. It's hard to, yeah, difficult question to answer that one.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right, thanks a lot.